Hello, this is Sam-Erik. I'm here at the Kämp and currently meeting a very handsome bunch who are celebrating a very awesome anniversary. But first of all, I want to introduce you to Sami Joutsenvuo, who is right here next to me. Hello, Sami.
Hi, once again.
So what's happening tonight?
It's actually our 40th anniversary, so Les Clefs, Finland is 40 years old.
Well, that's fantastic. And how long have you been around for yourself in concierge, particularly with this golden chain?
I started as a concierge at the Palace Hotel 2004 when I got my keys.
Very good, very good. Now, basically the hotels that are, I see many of you have been started. There has been either Palace Hotel, or there's been Klaus K, and there has been Marski, and some of the very... maybe come over here and tell us about it. Where did you get started?
Yeah, in old days it was mainly Hotel Hesperia and Intercontinental, and these hotels, Kalastajatorppa.
Okay.
And Palace also. But nowadays it's going more and more the luxury hotels like Kämp and St. George and Marski. Nowadays it's reopens.
Yeah. And for the viewers, can you just introduce yourself? And
Yes, I have been concierge this organization 40 years. Exactly 39 years. And working that time Tapiola Garden, Hotel Hesperia, Hanasari.
Very good.
And nowadays these young guys, they are making very good business.
You mean younger guys?
Young girls and guys.
Younger.
Yeah.
No, very good. No, so you have been sort of the one who has been setting the path for a lot of the professionals when you started 40 years ago.
Yeah, I'm starting and trying hard. And already, it was 86, we had already 136 members all over Turku, Tampere, and we had all these annual meetings outside of Helsinki that time.
Oh, very good. Well,
but nowadays it's mainly Helsinki.
Well, thank you very much for sharing.
Thank you.
And I hope you have a nice evening.
Yeah. Thank you.
I know this guy. No? You don't, but he has a nice bow tie. Janna, you want to come over here? Yeah. So here is Janne. So say hello.
Hi. Janne Saharinen.
Very good. So tell about your input. How do you find your time in with?
I've been a member from year 1995 from Hotel Haga. Started like a night concierge in there, and president this section, Finnish section, between 97 and 2003, and then 1 year more, 2005 between 2006.
Okay.
And I'm very happy to hear that the board nowadays, Virpi, and before Virpi, Sami, the number of members 140 right now in Finland. So it means that our organization is powerful, liveful.
And now with the growth of hotels coming to Helsinki, I think there is an opportunity for you as an organization to further bring more members into your organization.
Yes.
And more important, to educate them to become sort of the professionals that they expected.
And of course from foreign companies, foreign chains, which like Pascal has worked and much work right now, it helps because the foreign managers and foreign chains, they want to have a concierge at their service.
That's right. I mean, coming from the background I had a chance to work in a few places outside Finland, and I had really an opportunity to meet some of the top world-class concierge, and I realized that there's not much difference between the concierge that you have in Finland on the top level and also the internationals. And I think it just is a statement to the kind of brotherhood or the unity that you have in the profession to share best practice and the ethics.
Yes, and like Kari told, the motto, international motto, service through friendship. Yes. It really happens in here.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
It's coming by heart.
That's right. So could I invite the current president, Virpi?
Hello.
Hello, Virpi.
Hi.
So really nice to meet you, and you are in
Likewise.
charge of the presidency.
Yes, I've been about 4 years now,
Okay.
and 2 years starting from today. one term more to come.
Very good. And which hotel are you?
I'm working at Marski nowadays. So yeah, Marski got reopened in June last year, and we've got a concierge service there, and that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think you're the most centrally located hotel in Helsinki.
That's true. It's amazing to be a concierge there because everything is walking distance, and it's super simple to showcase Helsinki there.
So you must have many guests coming through and asking you for things. So
Yeah.
could I ask you a little bit tricky question? What has been maybe some of the outrageous things somebody has asked you?
Well, that actually didn't happen at Marski, but it happened at Hotel Haven back a couple of years ago. And someone asked me for a private beach in Helsinki for an Arab prince. So that was pretty. I was sweating for that, but I got it done.
Well, it just is a statement of when you're thinking hard enough and you can get something done for them.
And especially networks, because that was done through my network, and I knew someone who could get it done, and that's how it happened. So that's the most important thing, I think, in the concierge work. Yeah.
So how do you sell now for looking at the future of the organization and with all the new hotels coming up? How do you aim to attract the new members for yourself and also to educate them to become the professionals that you yourself are?
I think the most important thing is to make the youngsters understand as well that networking is really important, to have a network of friends around you and people that are well connected and that know people, and that's the way we get things done, by knowing each other and being friends, and that's the most important thing, and that's what we do. So that's why people want to join us as well.
Very good. Very good. Well, Virpi, thank you very much, and I wish you a very wonderful evening.
Thank you.
On this special occasion.
Thank you very much.
So, who should I? Sergei.
The newest key holder.
With the shiny keys here. Hello, Sergei.
Hi.
So, could you briefly introduce yourself? Besides Sergei, where do you work? And
I work as concierge in Radisson Blue Seaside in Helsinki.
Okay.
And I was in concierge 5 years. And I'm very proud that I'm part of Les Clefs and key holder.
Very good. And you're originally from where?
From St. Petersburg, Russia.
St. Petersburg. So you are multilingual concierge, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you get many requests? Do you have many Russian-speaking guests at the hotel that needs your...
Actually in Christmas time and in summertime, but not right now in the middle season.
Okay. I heard they're quite demanding. Is it true? Russian guests are very demanding. They need special things.
Not yet.
Okay.
No, like normal guests.
That's like normal. Yeah. Well, I think this is just to prove that it depends how you deal with them, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
And what made you becoming a concierge? What was sort of your career path, concierge?
No, actually I started customer service 10 years ago in the ship, and after that I came to Helsinki to work in hotel, and it was so interesting, and I started to learn about concierge work, and then I asked to work to hotel,
and here we are.
It started, yeah. Now we are here.
And where do you see yourself in the future? What is your ambition in terms of your career and so on?
No, actually right now I work as a concierge, but in future I want to be a chef concierge.
Very good.
So it's my plans for future.
Very good. Well, I'm sure you'll do it. So congratulations on being part of this fantastic organization.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sergei, very much.
Henki, the head concierge at the plaza.
Hello.
Hi, good evening, everybody.
Hello, Henki. Thank you very much for taking the time to join this little chat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice to be here.
Very good.
My name is Heikki Päätalo. I'm the head concierge from Radisson Blue Plaza Hotel here in Helsinki. I've been working over 15 years in Radisson Blue chain, different hotels, different positions, and over 10 years here in this position.
And how? When did you get your keys, sort of the golden keys? How long?
5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it tough to get that, or did you have to go to tests and?
Yeah, actually, we had Sami and one of the. And remember, it was Sami and Virpi, and there's a test and questionnaire and all over the things what I've done. But I have a big career. I've been before I came in the head concierge, I was a private butler and in different hotels, and I've been serving different royalties and head of states during my career. So
Okay, so that kind of sets you up of a good understanding what it takes to do.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. Well, thank you very much for joining today, and I wish you all have a wonderful evening in the 40th anniversary.
Thank you.
And cheers.
Maybe another key holder of the former president that used to be a concierge. Pascal.
Okay, Pascal, please. So here's Pascal.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Very good, and you?
How's your evening so far?
Fantastic. It's great to see all our friends again. Absolutely. Yeah.
Excellent.
I used to be the concierge. I used to be a concierge and the president before Virpi. So I've been in Finland. I'm from Canada originally. I've been in Finland for about 15 years.
Okay.
And I got introduced when I was working at the reception at Radisson Plaza back then. I got introduced to the concierge profession. After that, I got the keys and became the president. And yeah, it's all about networking, all about professionalism. Nowadays, I'm not a concierge anymore. I'm still working in the hotel industry, but the values that you get from it, you keep it for the rest of your life. You have the golden keys values inside you and in your heart. And above everything else, what is absolutely the most important for me is the friendship.
There you go. So
see, after all these years, for 15 years now, I have all these friends that are with me, that are there to support me, to help me, and I'm always there for them as well. So this is something that stay for forever in that sense.
It's very interesting that you have moved from this to your current career, and you have a network to fall back on or to share and to support still. And
absolutely,
very
yes,
good.
yes, very precious.
Okay, well, Pascal, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Roberto.
Hello, good evening. My name is Roberto Barbato and I come from Italy. I have been living in Finland for nearly 14 years and I belong to the Les Clefs Finland since 2011. I'm really glad to be part of this team because it's a very big network. And we have a huge cooperation among sponsors, among colleagues, and actually I would not like call just colleagues, but friends, because we help each other all the time, we exchange information, we exchange suggestions, tips concerning restaurant reservation and so on.
Very good. Now, there is a talk about technology taking over service.
I believe that robots will never replace human beings, because human beings have got an original passions, and so it's very important that the concierge role, the concierge character, will be always physically present in the hotels.
Yes. No, I totally agree with you. I mean, this is, of course, there are some skeptics who always say that a robot can do a job in many ways consistently and they never get tired.
Exactly.
But that's a different discussion.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, and nice to meet you, and have a wonderful evening.
You too.
Thank you.
Aino got her keys today.
Yes. Today? Congratulations. Oh, now have you to get Aino here?
Hey.
So, hello, Aino.
Hello.
And where are you based? Which hotel are you at?
I'm in Glow Hotel Art. Has been past 11 years now.
Okay, that's a beautiful hotel. It's a very historical building.
Very historical. It's an amazing place to work.
Yeah.
It's so amazing. I'm so blessed to be working there.
Very good. And what brought you into the career of hospitality and so on? What has been your start?
Always been my passion. I remember when I was studying in Jyväskylä, I was studying then there wasn't this I'm gonna be a hotel concierge or whatever. I was just I'm gonna be in the hotel manager or whatever. And then I was going to aim there. I've always wanted to be working outside of Finland, so we went to work in London and in England, and it's been from that moment I got a job from waitress. I was like, oh, this is nice. I loved it. It was great, and I was working many years as a waitress, and then I'm gonna be in the reception no matter what. And I just sent my CVs everywhere in the London hotels, and I got a place in the London Marriott County Hall. So, and I just went there in the reception. Hey, there's my CV. thank you for giving me your opportunity. And I was working there a couple of years and started my career. So
wonderful.
It's amazing.
So it's very interesting that you started from the international career and you're back in Finland. That's
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm originally from Lapland in Finland, from Ivalo.
Oh.
So very north. So it was. I was a croupier working in blackjack and roulette and things like that. So always been working with the customers and with the people because this is my life and what I do. And when I got the job in London Marriott County Hall, it was. I knew in the first 3 months of this, it was horrible. I thought that I'm never gonna survive. This is horrible. But then when I survived and when I get to learn this, I knew this moment and this is my career and my life for that moment.
Well, I can sense you're really fit for this career. Definitely, definitely shines through. Definitely. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for your sharing this, some of your thoughts,
Thank
and
you.
Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. You too.
The last would be Mats from Fabian.
Okay, we have last but not least Mats, Hotel Fabian.
Hello.
Fabian.
Good evening.
Good evening. So, Mats, what's happening? How long you been doing this? Wonderful career as a concierge.
I've been in the industry for ages. I've been the concierge for many old years. So, and Fabian nowadays is a small boutique hotel, but I'm happy that we can still produce a good concierge service there. So.
Yeah. But I mean, Fabian has a fantastic name and great reputation, and I think this is a statement. A lot of things about the hotel is so positive, and why people are coming back. And I'm sure this is one of the things that what you guys are doing there. And
I would say so also. I mean, we take care of our regular guests. We take care of all our guests, but of course we take a special care of our regular guests, which means that we have a lot of returning guests, and that's what a healthy hotel wants, isn't it?
Sure. But I read somewhere you have some all interesting hobbies besides your concierge work.
I do, yes.
Okay,
yes.
Why don't you spill the beans? Tell us a little bit what you're doing.
Well, I am a Korean martial art expert. I hold... in the art of Haidong Kumdo, I hold the European Championship in sparring, so one-on-one combat in sword fighting. Oh. So that is something to, let's say, I mean, you have to have two sides of life, the yin and the yang, and this is how I combine them.
Very good. Well, I mean, it just shows what kind of personalities we have who are concierge around the world, and this is a very interesting part of you that maybe not everybody does not know, and now we are glad that you shared it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much for sharing, and you have a wonderful evening.
I will, yes, of course. Have a good night.